More than 800 people were killed in Afghanistan after a powerful earthquake rocked the eastern part of the country last night. Accessing the mountainous region has proved to be complicated for recovery teams, with authorities saying they are now racing to rescue those still alive under the rubble.
The injured being rushed to hospital following one of Afghanistan's deadliest earthquakes. Dozens of helicopters were deployed to transport the wounded from the remote areas where hundreds have been killed and many more are feared being trapped under the rubble. The earthquake of magnitude 6 struck a mountainous area of the Kunar and Nangarhar provinces close to the city of Jalalabad, with a population of 200,000 people. The powerful tremor was felt in Kabul and Islamabad, the capital of neighbouring Pakistan. Authorities warned the death toll could rise as rescue teams struggle to reach remote villages. After more than 2 days of heavy rainfall, relief operations are hampered by landslides and damaged roads. Entire villages have been flattened, with mud brick homes highly vulnerable to collapse. The earthquake started at midnight and shook us violently, this man said. His house was destroyed and 8 members of his family were killed. Located at the junction of the India and Eurasia tectonic plates, Afghanistan is prone to earthquakes, with more than 2,000 people killed in the last couple of years. The United Nations said its teams are currently working on the ground amid concerns over the country's capacity to respond to the disaster. Since the return of the Taliban 4 years ago, Afghanistan has been grappling with a series of humanitarian crises, including conflict, droughts and floods, while foreign aid was slashed drastically. Tanya Royd, RT News.
Well, we're joined now from Kabul by Salam Al-Janabi, who works there with UNICEF. Salam, thank you indeed for joining us. I know you're very busy. Can you tell us, first of all, have your teams been able to reach the affected area, and what are they reporting to you about the situation on the ground?
So, as your reporter noted, it's really difficult to get to the epicenter of the... So, as much as we were able to, our teams on the ground, we have an office in Jalalabad very nearby, and teams have searched to that area. But getting to the actual epicenter is very difficult. The landslides, the roads have been blocked, and even during the day, we've heard of roads being opened. People are trying to get out of these areas into safer locations. So trying to get in is also hampered by all the people who need to go out. Access is a major challenge over during this day.
OK, and what are the most immediate needs? What are you trying to get to people there?
It's nighttime now here in Afghanistan, and our thoughts go to shelter. Hundreds of homes have been destroyed. Lots of people are now without any homes to stay at. So the major concern at the moment, in addition to health support, is to provide these children with shelter. And that is one of the things that UNICEF is surging. So in addition to around 15 mobile health teams that have been surged to the area with UNICEF and the UN team, we also are bringing in tents and tarpaulin and what we call family kits, which are little boxes of kitchen supplies, blankets, clothes. I'm on a WhatsApp group with our team there in Jalalabad, and what we're talking about now is children have no clothes. They've lost everything. And now we're trying to, something that we would deploy in a couple of months in winter, we would actually be sending now, just because the clothes are needed. Everything was lost for these families.
OK, that's the immediate response. Obviously, there are long-term needs as well, because I presume water has been disrupted, sanitation has been disrupted, and of course, from your point of view, looking after children, school buildings will have been destroyed.
Indeed, and that is what is happening now. So as we are doing the immediate response with what I just explained, UNICEF is also with all the UN teams is trying to get into the epicenter of it just to understand what was lost for the communities. The water wells, the education facilities, the health facilities, all of these things that communities, families, children depend on have lost. And we've seen this in other areas of Afghanistan where these earthquakes happened. It will take a while we try to very quickly support those urgent needs, we also at the same time need to think how to somehow restore these communities into what were. Children are going to be needing to go back to some sort of education, have safe spaces, safe water. This is all now something that we need to look on as we are responding urgently.
OK, Salam Al-Janabi of UNICEF in Kabul, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us on 6-1.